It has been 2 weeks. I'm going to talk about the price of oil and gasoline, I'm going to talk about the interest rates and where they're going to go, and I'm going to talk about Doug Ford's response to the tariffs. First up, a correction. Yesterday, I did a second video talking about education and healthcare in the US. And I showed life expectancy, but the website where I got the information from had an update that I missed. That's the updated life expectancy in the US, 78.4 years. Still worse off than Canada and most of Europe. 78.4 years, eh? Won't be long now. Won't be long now. All right, let's start it off with oil and gasoline. Oil and gasoline is up today. But it should be noted that West Texas Intermediate has closed the gap to Brent crude and gasoline is up an enormous amount. Why is this happening? Well, the Americans want to drill, baby, drill. And they're going to get it. If you don't follow Mr. Global, you really should. He's an oil and gas expert. And he has been saying this whole time, the only way drill, baby, drill is going to happen is if the price of oil goes up. Hey, if we drill, price of oil is going to go down, my gasoline is going to get cheap. No, that's not how it works. And the wholesale price of gasoline has jumped this morning. Why? Cheap Canadian oil is no longer cheap. If you make the oil more expensive, the gasoline's more expensive. And moving from one supplier to another, like moving from Canada to Venezuela, that's not going to be easy. It can be done, but it's not happening overnight. And you know how the eggs are super expensive in the US right now? That's going to make them more expensive. Excellent. Excellent. All right, what's going to happen with interest rates? Have you seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Specifically, this scene where they talk about the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act. Anyone? Anyone? All right, what is the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act? So there was progress happening in the U.S. and farmers felt left behind. So Reed Smoot, a senator from Utah, and Willis Hawley, a representative from Oregon, they introduced a bill called the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act. Remember, Trump threatened these tariffs back in 2018. Thankfully, it didn't happen to this scale back then. What happened? Well, other countries, like Canada, imposed their own counter tariffs. It caused world economic chaos. Exactly as the experts had predicted. Just as the experts are predicting now. What was the outcome? The Great Depression. Stable genius. Big brain. What does this mean for interest rates? Well, I would like to call out the naysayers in my comment. Do you remember this? BMO forecast interest rate at 3.5% by January. Oh, where are we? Are we at 3.5? Oh, no, we're not. I pointed to this. The US Fed measures the natural rate of interest. The natural rate of interest for Canada as of Q3 is 1.62%. And the neutral rate is somewhere around there. Now, the neutral rate is the point that is neither stimulative nor suppressing the economy. So the neutral rate right now is probably about 1.75%. But we're at 3. So we're suppressing the economy while they've imposed tariffs to suppress our economy. Excellent. Now, I've been saying all along we need to stimulate the economy, which means we need to get down below this level. From BMO, Bank of Canada will implement 6 consecutive quarter-point interest rate cuts, will take the policy rate to 1.5% by October. Unless the natural rate of interest falls lower than that, and then the rates will be lower still. Knowledge is power, man. Knowledge is power. One big downside, of course, is the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar took a nosedive this morning. Why? Well, the only way to counteract tariffs is to have a cheaper dollar, to make our exports less expensive. How low will it go? I don't know. Depends how big of a bite those tariffs are going to take. But just remember, this is not because of our government. This is happening because of their government. Is pushing this back up a good idea right now? Probably not. All right, Doug Ford here in Ontario. Ford ripping up Ontario's $100 million contract with Elon Musk's Starlink. This is in addition to U.S. alcohol being pulled off the shelves. And he's banning all U.S. contracts with the Ontario government. Now, I would like to take this time to point out, again, that I am not a Doug Ford supporter. But I gotta call it like I see it. These moves are fantastic. It's funny, there are content creators out there who are just cynical about all these moves. What's that gonna do? Removing alcohol. What's that gonna do? Tearing up the agreement with Starlink. What's that gonna do? Yeah, I agree. Any one of these moves by themselves wouldn't be much. But you put it all together, it's something. I don't have to be a conservative supporter to support these decisions. Like, I am 100% Team Canada. These other content creators, well, I don't know, man. As Michael Caine said in Batman, some people just want to see the world burn. You shouldn't be supporting those people right now.